Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. One of the most important things to playing really good solos and being able to improvise really strongly is being able to play what you're hearing in your head. Now, one of the most important aspects to being able to play what you're hearing in your head is, well, having a really strong ear. And one of the ways that you develop a strong ear is by practicing ear training. But most people practice ear training in a way that's kind of separate from their instrument. And in today's video, I want to show you how to practice ear training at the same time as playing the guitar so that you can directly connect your ears to the guitar. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna sing the major scale, and we're gonna use something called solfege. Most of you probably heard it if you ever saw the movie The Sound of Music, and it's gonna go like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And this particular major scale is going to be the C major scale, which looks like this on the guitar. There's many different ways to play the C major scale, but we can just use this one for right now. So let's sing that up and down. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now, you should practice that, get it in your head really, really good if you haven't already, and then play it a couple times on the guitar up and down. Connect that sound that you're hearing in your head with the guitar. We're starting with that right away. Now, what we're gonna start doing is actually improvising using the solfege. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna use do, re, mi, and we're gonna sing some different variations of do, re, mi, and then play those. So do, re, mi would just look like this on the guitar. You can also play it like this. So what if I sing do, re, do, mi? Or what if I go do, mi, re, do? Start doing some different variations of just do, re, mi, do, mi, do, re, do, mi. Once you get kind of comfortable with that, doing that pretty slowly, then start adding some rhythm. Remember, you always got to be playing with rhythm. So if you want to put on a metronome or just count in your head and have some kind of rhythm going, something like this. Do, do, mi, re, do. Do, mi, do, do, re, do. So now once you're comfortable with do, re, mi, start adding in a couple of other notes. Start adding in fa and sol. So now we're gonna be mixing up all those notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And trying to make some phrases and then play them right after we sing them. That's the idea. You sing and then play. And by the way, you don't need to be some kind of professional singer. I'm not a very good singer. It doesn't matter. It's about hearing a melody in your head and then making it come out on the guitar. That's why we play guitars and don't sing. So let's try that out. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Just start there. Sol, fa, sol. Sol, fa, mi, do. Do, re, mi, fa, re. So what ends up happening is actually the solfege serves as sort of like an instrument that's actually in your head. And I find it way, way easier to be able to hear stuff because I'm just picking notes out of that solfege and then just playing them on the guitar. So now once you feel comfortable with that, if that feels really difficult right now, that's okay. Just keep practicing it. And eventually you want to be able to do this with the entire scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and then come back down. So here's a few different examples of just some melodies using the entire major scale, and then I'll add some rhythms to it as well. Do, re, mi, fa, mi. Mi, sol, do, ti, la. La, ti, do, ti, sol. If you notice too, one thing that I'm doing here is actually I'm using a lot of sort of stepwise movement in what I'm hearing. And it's easier to hear stuff in a stepwise manner because, well, that's how the scale goes and that's how we practice kind of hearing it off the bat. Now, it's a good idea to start trying to mix in some different things like arpeggios. So we can actually make an arpeggio and sing it by skipping re and fa, for example. So do, mi, sol, mi, do. That's actually an arpeggio off the first chord in a scale. Or you can practice re, fa, la, fa, re. So you don't want to always just do everything stepwise. You want to be able to incorporate some thirds motion and some fifths motion, or maybe even some octaves. Do, do, ti, la, fa, re. Now that's starting to get a little bit more challenging. And start hearing the little half steps in there too. Between mi and fa, that's a half step. Mi, fa, mi. And then ti and do is a half step too. Ti, do, ti. Mi, fa, mi, ti, do, ti. I know that not everything that we play is all based on the major scale. Sometimes we use like the minor pentatonic scale, and you should be able to do this using any scale that you're working on. So let's check out what it would sound like if we use the minor pentatonic scale. For example, the A minor pentatonic scale. So we're going to actually use different solfege syllables for the minor pentatonic scale. Instead of mi, we're going to use me, and then instead of ti, we're going to use te. And it sounds like this. Do, me, fa, sol, te, do. Do, me, fa, sol, te, do. Get used to singing that one. Now this is completely different than the major scale. We're thinking of a different note as being do. So now we have these different syllables. But you should start to hear this movement from do to me, do, and do, fa, do, do, sol, do, do, te, do, do. So let's try a few different combinations with the minor pentatonic scale. Do, me, fa, sol, te, sol, fa. Do, me, fa, sol, do. Do, me, sol, do. That was actually just a minor arpeggio right there. Let's start on the higher do now. Do, te, sol, fa. Me, do. Me, fa, sol, do. Any different scale that you learn, whether it's harmonic minor, melodic minor, you should actually figure out some solfege syllables for it and practice singing little teeny tiny melodies. That's the key, is that you need to get used to singing and hearing just little tiny fragments of melodies. And as you get better and better at that, which really shouldn't take that long, then you'll start to be able to hear way longer phrases, and you'll start to notice that you're directly hearing what you're playing when you're soloing. Subscribe to the channel and go to jamsville.com right now.